viewers witnessed a heart-wrenching and intense battle for custody of Kirk Frost's children in the most recent episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, which took the turmoil around him to new heights. Kirk and his son Cannon's mother, Jasmine Washington, had begun a simple paternity issue, but it had already grown into a full-fledged custody struggle. The stakes of battle were higher than ever before.
Blowout at Jessica's cover party and Kirk now trying to get full custody of Cannon. Things have been going crazy for me. I really need support from my mom right now, so I asked her to tag along with me so that I can fill her in on what's going on with me and Kirk.
Mommy, hey, hey.
I also asked Rod to meet with me as well. As a lot of you might remember, Rod was my longtime partner and the man that helped me raise Cannon.
Jasmine and I have been together off and on for about 5 years now.
Kirk is the father of Cannon. He's denying everything.
I don't know what you expected from him but that.
Kirk is doing all this because he's shaking in his boots right now. He's trying to discredit me. He's trying to make me out to be a hoe.
You brought him into our life, you gotta deal with the situation.
I'm going to deal with Kirk how I see fit. Already filed the paperwork, and he will be served. Rod views Cannon as his flesh and blood. Rod's picking him up to watch him when I have to work, like he's been there a whole lot. So let's get to it. You know, me and Kirk have been in this child support court situation for over a year now.
Right.
The first time I went through it, I kind of let it go because I let him convince me to.
Yeah.
And this time around, I'm not budging. He gives me $1,000 a month.
What? That's crazy.
$1,000 a month. You don't understand it, like how?
And he's still battling me, saying, what 8-year-old needs $1,000? I thought we finally settled on the money amount a few months back at the Cypress of the A concert.
So the amount of money that I sent you, that's the number you cool with, right?
Yes.
So we can end this lawyer.
Period. But typical Kirk backed out on our agreement of the amount that he was supposed to give me. So I had to take Kirk to court to get a reasonable amount of child support because $1,000 a month just isn't doing it. We had our preliminary trial, and Kirk is now trying to countersue for full custody.
Full custody?
Stop it.
I can count on my hand in the last year how many times he's seen Cannon.
I don't know where the delusion lies because he really thinks that he goes above and beyond. You just started getting Cannon that one weekend a month.
Cannon's with me 10 times more than he's ever.
Right. Exactly.
His delusion is just going above and beyond. Cannon calls that man Yaya. He don't even call him dad. He calls me dad because he wants so bad to identify with a father figure.
Yeah.
And it's not making sense to him because I don't even see you, man. So, like, custody is nuts.
The fact that Kirk is going for full custody is up to me. Cannon doesn't even know how he fits into your family, into your life as it is. In my heart, I feel like it's just another tactic that he's pulling
Most definitely.
to get away from paying me whatever he's supposed to pay me, or maybe he's trying to scare me into settling. But that man does not want full custody because he was offered 2 weekends a month and didn't even want that.
He's mad because you called him out.
Kirk is doing this because he's mad and he doesn't want to pay child support. But now he's not the only one that's mad. Now I'm mad. What he's doing by countersuing me for full custody is up. If he thought I was calling him names before, oh, you just wait, baby. I just feel like I'm at my wit's end.
There better be some kind of
Listen,
civilized
I
solution.
tried. I done chased Rashida around at one point. Now I'm not chasing Rashida around. Now her friends want me to chase her around and did that. Backfired. Rashida don't want to talk to me. Like, I'm done.
But I don't want you to give up on it. I know the court might be the final say so, but at the end of the day, y'all gonna have to work this out. I just want for Cannon to have a good relationship with his father. I want for y'all to have a good relationship because at the end of the day, Cannon deserves that. At this point, they need an olive branch. They need something.
I'll never.
Wow.
Jasmine's partner also intended to meet with Kirk to address all of these issues, as Kirk was only paying $1,000 in child support.
You know, Kirk filing for full custody. And since Jazz no longer wants to talk to Kirk or Rashida outside of court, I decided I need to step in. Ask Kirk to meet me because we need to settle this man to man. I mean, Kirk, you've been going toe to toe with Jazz. You need to realize this, bro. Nobody's getting the can unless they come through me.
Trying to slow down my motion. It's ready, you cannot control this. I'm pulling up to see what Rod got to talk about. I know he's Team Jasmine, so I'm a little skeptical. How are you? Honestly, it's not much he can say to make me change my mind about full custody, but I'm going to hear him out. Life is rough out here, bro. Life is rough.
Glad you came, bro.
Definitely appreciate you, doing the stuff you do. Ken has been around you since you've been born. I'm sure you're aware of all the issues.
It's been rough on everybody, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I wanted to sit down with you and have a real conversation, father to father. Because she mentions to me this whole custody thing, and now Kirk wants full custody, and of course I lost it when I first heard it.
Yeah.
What are you, come on, that's crazy.
First of all, we're in court, not for me, we're in court because of her. I'm not saying she's a bad parent, because she's not. I do think she has to go through a lot in order to maintain that one little boy and do things as a mother.
I mean, is this dude really trying to come at Jazz? It's a little ironic coming from a man who does the bare minimum. I mean, your own son doesn't identify you as his dad. For the past 8 years, it's kind of just been her. You know what I'm saying? Now, we've all contributed. I'm just saying, nobody's in her situation.
Is it about money, or is it about me taking care of my child? I'm almost 204,000 in on this kid, right? What she says is I don't do enough, but I've always taken care of Cannon. I've always paid all my child support. I've always paid anything you need. Your car broke, you need $4,300, here you go. I need to pay for a rented car, here you go.
Yeah, she totally tells me it's bare minimum.
Just in my cash app alone.
I get that you're paying,
That's just a cash app. You can read what they're for. You can read the dates. You can read down to birthday money. You can scroll as long as you want. Again, I did not bring us here in front of the court. So this is her doing.
I came here today to defend you, Jasmine. And the whole time, you've been lying to me. I look like an idiot. I mean, I still want to try to find some middle ground between her and Kirk, but I'm not happy about this right now. I don't know the intricate details. I'm not privy to those conversations. I just don't understand, why it's full custody all of a sudden.
No matter what, when we look back, this is my child. I don't want my child to question me on, Dad, why didn't you make sure I was good in life? My focus is Cannon, his future, schooling, living, and life. That's it. And I respect Rod for trying to help mediate, but it's not going to all be fixed in one day. Let's continue to build, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll get there,
Yeah.
All right? Appreciate you taking your time out, all right?
Yeah.
Kirk's determination to maintain a positive co-parenting relationship with Jasmine encountered opposition as the years passed. Nevertheless, Kirk never wavered in his dedication to his kids, making sure they had a good existence and paying his child support on time. He had a strong feeling of duty and respect since he understood how crucial it was for his children to have both parents involved, regardless of their problems. But his morality and sense of justice appeared to be put to the test all the time. Resistance. Regardless of the amount of money Kirk invested in assisting Cannon, the number of phone calls or travels he tried to make, or the number of visits he tried to arrange, Jasmine would always shut him down, leaving Kirk frustrated and powerless. This emotional barrier made Kirk feel like a stranger in his son's life, even though he had always given Cannon financial assistance. In the most recent episode, fans saw Kirk sob as he discussed his pain, revealing a vulnerable moment. Among other things, "I've been paying child support," he continued, his voice bursting with emotion. "Meant to do. But she keeps preventing me from seeing my son, as though she were trying to cut me out of his life." This moment struck a deep chord with the show's audience, who had followed Kirk through the highs and lows of his personal life. Jasmine's refusal to provide him with access to the child he'd loved left him feeling powerless despite his everlasting devotion to his children. This heartbreaking insight pushed Kirk to make the tough choice that he would battle for full custody of Cannon if Jasmine didn't leave. He would take matters into his own hands so that he might become a father. Kirk took the legal route to protect his relationship with his son, though the drama between him and Jasmine worsened even more as Jasmine's behavior became erratic and unpredictable. Kirk filed a petition for full custody because he was determined to secure the right to raise his son in a stable, loving environment. He knew the battle would be long and difficult, and he knew that taking the case to court would only escalate the tension. However, Kirk's love for Cannon outweighed everything. She made it apparent that she was prepared to go to any lengths to damage Kirk's reputation by starting to disseminate unfounded stories and level outrageous charges on his parenting skills. Jasmine's camp even went so far as to imply that Kirk wasn't genuinely concerned about Cannon's welfare, casting doubt on his dedication as a father. The media craze surrounding their custody dispute only served to fuel the flames, and Kirk soon found himself under attack from all sides. The rumors circulating about the matter were concerning. Some implied that Jasmine was using the situation to further her own agenda, benefit from using their son as a pawn in a bigger game of revenge. As time went on, the narrative appeared to change in Jasmine's favor, and Kirk's reputation was put in jeopardy. Some even suggested that Jasmine had been paid by Kirk and his wife Rashida to fabricate a plot for the show, but this was never verified. Nevertheless, it became evident that Jasmine had no intention of making the custody arrangement simple. Every time Kirk tried to see his son, he was denied access, and the tension increased with each court appearance. In spite of everything, Kirk remained steadfast in his commitment to keep his relationship with his son intact. In a private conversation, he told his wife Rashida that this was about more than simply the law. It was about Cannon's future. "I'm not doing this for me," he said, "but for him. He deserves a father who will always be there for him." Rashida, who was always supportive, stood by his side as he got ready to fight for his rights as a father because she knew that Kirk had always been a good father despite their personal struggles, and he wasn't going to let anyone take that away from him. The custody dispute reached a breaking point when Kirk publicly expressed his annoyance at how Jasmine's actions had impacted both him and Cannon. The emotional toll was apparent in every exchange between the two, and Kirk discussed how painful it was to not be able to watch his son grow up and experience his greatest joys. "Stones, I want to be there for him," he continued. "I want to teach him how to be a man. Furthermore, I want to be there for his first football game and his first day of school, but she's not giving me that chance." As the episode came to a close, Kirk decided to. Even though the legal battle was far from over, Kirk Frost was determined to secure his place in Cannon's life with his family report. The screen went black in the last moments of the show, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats, wondering what would happen next. Would Kirk win custody of his son, or would the drama between him and Jasmine continue to ruin his relationship with his son? He knew he could handle the storm that lay ahead. His fight for full custody was stronger than ever. Family. As the plot developed, it became evident that this struggle was about a father's love for his child and his determination to support him at any cost, not just about wealth or celebrity.